Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about hunting a weather front on the Post-Rut. And these times can be some of the most productive times. The reason why that can be is because after the madness of the rut, they shift their behavior back to finding food sources. And here in Virginia, you can't feed, so you want to be finding some key spots that you think these bucks are going to be hitting up some, whether it's standing corn or whether it's getting under oak trees and getting underneath of them there. In the peak rut, those bucks are mainly focused on rutting, chasing down does, and now they're in between trying to find that last doe in heat. So we focus on trying to get under some good oak trees, and maybe if you got access to a soybean field or cornfield, something like that, you want to look for areas that's got abundant food sources. So that's tip number one, is just make sure that you're looking for food sources. And with this weather front coming through like we got, this is a prime opportunity to get out in the woods. Number two is to monitor the wind and the temperature changes. Like today, we're out here and we're in a prime time. The weather is shifting. It's already been probably a 20-degree shift in the weather since we've been out here. And just always keep an eye on that weather drop. Tomorrow they're calling for 30-degree drops. Number three is to hunt the transition zones. Post-rut deer are often traveling between bedding and feeding areas, and you want to look for areas where there's thick timber and meets an open field or a creek crossing, things like that. These are high traffic zones for these deer, and to catch them looking for shelter, look for food. The closer you can get to that feeding area and that bedding ground, that's the best way you can go. And depending on where you are hunting in the United States or even Canada, use scent control the best you can. Spray down like you see. We walked in about 1.5 miles. Took us a good 45 minutes taking our time coming in here. You want to spray down with good scent control and just make sure you're using it. Mask your presence up as best as you can. Here in Virginia, we can't use real doe estrus, so you can use some synthetic doe estrus if you got it. And number five is just to be patient with your setup. In the post-rut, just be real patient. Because post-rut deer can be super unpredictable, and they may not follow the same patterns as what they were in their summer and even pre-rut. So just be real patient. After a cold front, it might take some time for the deer to return back to their familiar areas. But just be in there when you can, and hunt your stand, and you blind and give it time to reproduce. Those deer will come back in there once they get done chasing them does. They're gonna come back in there. So remember, understanding deer behavior is during the post-rut is a very crucial time. With a little patience and the right strategies, you'll be in the best position to tag out on a buck. So that's my 5 tips on how to help you hunt successfully when the weather front's moving in and you're in that post-rut area. If you're hunting this time of year, be sure to keep these strategies in mind. Don't forget to stay patient. Either way, I know the rut hits different places, different times. Whatever part of the rut you're in, good luck out there. And always, thank you guys for watching. Be sure to like it, subscribe, and share it. That helps get the algorithm going. And we appreciate you guys following along. We'll see you next time. If you got any thoughts or questions or any other tips you guys like to use, y'all leave them in the comments for us, and we'll be glad to maybe take on some of your tips too. God bless you, and always remember, keep loving Jesus.